So our first reaction is going to be for Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. This is the TV series that's going to be premiering on HBO Max. Why it's still HBO Max before it's Paramount Max Plus, whatever. So it's still going to be that. And so, of course, people already know that this was a movie already. This Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone there in 2001. And I've seen all the Harry Potter movies. I read the books when I was a kid. I read some of the books when I was a kid there, but I wouldn't say like I'm a huge Potter. What they call a Potterhead? Is a Potter?
Yeah. I think Potterhead is the big term. And yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I watched all the movies. I camped out to like watch them premiere at midnight back when movie theaters still did that. I think I camped out to like get the 6th and 7th book when they released. So I'm a big Potterhead. Well, was a big Potterhead.
Yeah. And so I mean, I did that whole quiz, the Pottermore quiz, and you find out what house you're a part of. I did that as too. I'm a Hufflepuff there, whatever, but I'm not
bitch.
Ravenclaw. Okay. Yeah. And then there's, I think, things associated with like, if you're Hufflepuff, that means you're just like a average guy. Like you're
miscellaneous.
Yeah. You're just nice guy, whatever.
Yeah. There's brave, cunning, smart, and miscellaneous. Those are literally the 4 houses.
Yeah. So there's that. But yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not, like I said, super into it or anything like that just because I did all that stuff. I know it's gonna sound like, man, you just did the quiz and you watched all the movies. Like,
yeah, you did the quiz, watched the movies, but when I was a kid, that was like the shit. But then I got older, then I started like getting more into fantasies, seeing more of like how like different authors will work their magic system. Rowling was making that shit up as she went, and it's very clear because every book they come up with like a new thing to like counteract a threat. It was like, wait a minute, why didn't you guys just do this first? It was like,
So everything like that, like you said, I mean, it's great introductory fantasy. Like if you're a kid and you read it it's good for that and everything like that. And obviously you also, as growing older as an adult, you look back at it and like, oh, this just a little hasn't really aged the best.
They had a whole plot line about Hermione like fighting for the elves' rights, and the whole moral of that was that the elves liked being enslaved. Which
there's a little
that's a choice.
Weird kind of stuff kind of going on there.
The one like cool black character in the entire franchise is named Kingsley Shacklebolt.
Kingsley Shacklebolt. I always laugh at that tweet. Somebody was like, "If there are any Jewish wizards in Harry Potter?" She was like, "Of course, Anthony Goldberg or something like that." Or like, "Of course." He was like Ravenclaw or some shit like that. Yeah.
The one Asian character was Cho Chang.
Yeah, jeez.
Which was definitely a placeholder name.
Yeah. So that's kind of my connection to the Harry Potter universe and everything like that. And we've done reviews of Fantastic Beasts before. I didn't like those movies really. And then also, and I've mentioned
first Fantastic Beasts is all right, but after that it's some dog shit.
Yeah. But like I said, I haven't seen the trailer for this. This is for the TV series. Let's get into it. Let's watch this. Yeah.
The Virgil was built.
Oh shit! I'm trailer. Wrong trailer. My bad. My bad. That's they will kill you. My bad.
I was like, shit. I don't remember Harry Potter being awesome.
I told you.
Get your little ass in there.
You are a normal boy. And you're going to start acting like one. You think you're something special? There is nothing special about you.
I've always wanted to know about my parents.
Your parents were the kindest, bravest people I ever met. They were funny And
Then you got Nick Frost is in this, who's Hagrid there. Rest in peace to the original actor who played
Yeah.
Hagrid there, who passed away recently. He passed away not long after the documentary. They did that whole documentary about Harry Potter.
Yeah,
that
the
came out.
whole reunion.
Yeah. And everything like that. Some people are seeing set photos of him and going like, "Oh, this looks like some cosplay, terrible shit kind of going on." Now that you actually see the show and you see kind of a little bit of what
Yeah,
he's going to look like.
see it with the the HBO lighting. It looks fine.
Yeah. There with that. So let's continue here.
clever. And they stood up for what they believed was right. The next time I see you, we'll be in Hogwarts.
Mr. Potter, I think we can expect great things from you. Let's see who you are.
Then you got Ron, you got Hermione there. I'm gonna get to you in a minute. Good old Snape there. But you got Ron and Hermione there, and they changed Hermione too. There, and the actress who's playing it is Abrella Stanton there. There, so I think she is black, I believe. I think so. I want to make sure here. Or is she just maybe she's dark white here. I want to make sure. But yeah, you have also Ron there as well. The actor who's playing Harry, he seems so it seems like he's a newcomer. It seems like he doesn't have any Wikipedia or any bio like that there, as well as the actor who plays Ron Weasley in this, who's Alistair Stout there. But the only person here who has a Wikipedia there, I believe I thought they were kind of doing a race swap there as well with Hermione in this as well. But yeah, it seems like they kind of nail it down pretty well there. As far as the looks of the characters there, as far as Harry goes, Ron goes there with that.
Yeah, and yeah, they nail it down as the looks goes, in that they look pretty much identical to how Daniel Radcliffe and Rupert Grint looked back in the day.
Yeah, with that there. Okay, so it says here she's multiracial. She's multiracial there. And I know I think J.K. Rowling did that thing where she changed it. She says, "Oh, well, Hermione's actually black," or she's actually
she like tried to do the thing of she never like specifically mentioned anything about the character's race in the book, which technically true, but that was back when there was like a big uproar about the Broadway play Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, where they had a black actress play Hermione.
Yeah. Yeah, so she did that, and I think somebody also asked her before. I mean, that it's like, well, who are some prominent black characters in Harry Potter? I think she panicked and like, Hermione, yeah, she black, yeah, sure, let's throw her in here. I think that's kind of one of those cases, just like with Dumbledore being gay. Like, I think she just kind of made that shit up. Like, on the fly.
Yeah,
she was kind of like,
of course she did.
She kind of did that there. So okay, what I mean. So you kind of got that there. Okay, so there you go. You got Snape there as well. So that's the big controversy around this, is the actor who's playing Snape. You have Papa Istu.
Papa Asidu, who is a longtime British actor. I know him from Gareth Evans' show on AMC, Gangs of London, and he's phenomenal on that show. And in any other world, I would have liked this casting.
Yeah. Hunter from the Real Pineapple says, J.K. Rowling, let me get rid of this. Hold on really quick here so I can read his comment. J.K. Rowling is just saying shit at this point. Happy for these kids helping their families, but fuck J.K. Rowling forever and always there. He's amazing in Gangs of London. Okay, maybe I'll check it out. Yeah. Maybe I'll watch Gangs of London there.
It's a great show.
Now this gets into, Hunter raises a good point there. Obviously, with all these actors on the show and they got cast, people like John Lithgow, who's going to be Dumbledore in this. It's like, man, why are you taking this role? J.K. Rowling, obviously her politics are problematic. Why are you doing this? Do you really need the money that bad? And especially like a guy for the role that he's playing, Papa Asidu there, who's playing Snape. Is it fair to say that Snape is kind of, I mean, he's an incel. I mean, is that fair to say that he's kind of like that? I mean, and so,
yeah, basically.
and if anybody knows the history of the backstory of Snape, is that he got curved by one girl in his life, and he held
And
on to
never
that
got over it.
and never got over it. And then everything like that. He's been holding the torch for this girl that curved him all those years ago. And then he's been leading up to him stalking her kid and then protecting her kid and everything like that. And also, he was severely bullied in school there by Harry Potter's father, who, you know what I mean, eventually marries the woman he was in love with.
Which that's going to take a different tone once they get to that book.
So that's also so when you change him to be black, it's a weird kind of more racial element there. Because if like, I imagine there's probably not going to be that many other black kids in the school there. I forgot what the name of the school is again. Hogwarts there. They're probably, it's probably not going to be that. The only way to solve it is if you have maybe, I guess, one of the multiracial gangs, like in that Clint Eastwood movie, Gran Torino or some shit. It's like you got like a Filipino kid and a black kid and a white kid and, you know what I mean, Mexican kid, and they all bully his ass together. Something like that. I guess that's the only way to kind of maybe solve it if you do something like that. But it's just like, brother, I don't think I mean, I know is sometimes you got to work, but I don't think this is the role you should have been doing.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't even think the show's going to get to that point. I think this shit's going to get canceled.
Yeah. You think only one, it's going to be like one and done, like one season?
It's going to be I think it's going to be a one and done. They're going to realize how pointless this whole show just as a concept is because, okay. All right. The elevator pitch is every season they're going to do a different book in the series. But the way the books are structured, you don't get to any of the cool shit until like later in the books, like 30, 40 chapters in. And how do you structure that into TV?
Yeah. Because I think the big thing happening, if I remember, in Sorcerer's Stone was like, because I just mainly remember the movies too much, not really the books. It's just like they have the chess match at the thing, and then the
Quidditch match, the Forbidden Forest, and the chess match, and of course the dungeons.
The dungeons, there with that there. The troll is in the dungeon.
Troll in the dungeon.
And Hunter said they'll probably do 10 episodes each for 10 episode seasons for each book there. So they'll probably do that. All right, let's continue here. They got comments down there.
Are you really Harry Potter?
Now, there you go. Christmas time. Christmas 2026. Okay. Nick, what are your thoughts, man?
Why? I mean, in what way is stretching out the story of the first Harry Potter book to 10 episodes when you concisely did it in the original movie? What is the point of it? I know, money.
See, this is what I'm talking about. I mean, Warner Brothers, I mean, they've been, like I said, they've been trying to reheat old Nacho stuff there. They're trying to grab all their franchises, expand them, try to do something with them. Harry Potter obviously is one of the big things that they own with that. They tried to do, like I said, the Fantastic Beasts movies and expand the universe more. I think the first one, like you said, is kind of decent, and the other sequels I think are kind of not that good, and that failed. That was supposed to be like a whole, trilogy or quadrilogy of movies there.
Yeah, it's like after the first one, J.K. Rowling decided I'm going to try my hand at a screenwriter, and it showed.
Yeah. And like I said, I mean, who is this really appealing to? I mean, there are some people, I did see some people go like, well, I'm a big Harry Potter fan and I'm going to watch it, and they just consume and love everything Harry Potter, and they'll just watch anything of that. And they just love that. But there are also some people go like, I mean, I don't like J.K. Rowling. I've already seen the movies, so what's the point? And the movies are, I think, iconic. I think it's fair to say they're very iconic. I mean, it's a great John Williams score as well. That's also another thing about this trailer. It's missing like this iconic music of like this wizarding world that you're in, I think, as well.
And that's not to say that the show score can't be good, because we talk about this like every time they reboot Batman or Spider-Man. It's like every director, every composer, they bring their own style, their own sensibilities to the world. But how do you do that with Harry Potter, where that basically almost defined the 2000s, even in just this first film, how like vibrant and colorful it is. And then you watch the HBO trailer and you see how like even when they get to Hogwarts, it's so like grayscaled and so like devoid of color.
Yeah. And you had that, and you had so many classic, iconic performances in here. And then this is a time where other people are stepping into. I know they've done also the play as well. I haven't
Mhm,
seen the Cursed Child play.
mhm. I
There.
read the play. It's bad.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Isn't it like he time travels or
Yeah,
something? And
it's time travel. It's like J.K. Rowling doing in Avengers Endgame.
oh, okay, gotcha. And like Professor McGonagall and the
Mhm,
actor who played Dumbledore, and eventually he had to eventually replace the first guy because he passed
mhm.
away.
Yeah.
That actor there, and there's somebody also when you look at this movie now, looking back on it, that have passed away, like the actress who did play
Mhm.
Professor McGonagall there, and the actor who did play, as we mentioned, Hagrid there before. Is the actor who played Dumbledore? Is he still alive?
Michael Gambon? Yeah, I
Yeah.
think Michael Gambon's still alive. He played from Azkaban on.
Yeah, I think he's still alive there. He did a wonderful performance there
Mhm,
as too there. So yeah, it's just like, okay, you have these actors who are stepping into this role, and that's a daunting task there. And happy for the kids who are
yeah.
in these now. You know what I mean? And I think that Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, Rupert Grint, I think they all wish them well and said like,
Mhm.
hey, I wish you luck there on it. Maybe people will stop bothering me about fucking Harry Potter now that you do it. People can go up to you now and call you Harry and what's
Honestly,
that?
the resume that Radcliffe's built besides Harry Potter, I think it speaks more loudly than anything he did when he was a kid.
Yeah, it's funny, like all the actors. I mean, Rupert Grint, I've seen him in some different
Mhm.
stuff. Emma Watson, I've seen in
Yeah, I've
different
seen
stuff.
him be yeah, I've seen Rupert Grint be great in other stuff. Emma Watson, not so much.
Yeah, well, yeah. But yeah, I mean, and Daniel Radcliffe, I mean, he tries to do different things, experiments.
Mhm,
He does a lot of like theater work and stuff like
mhm.
that. And he does like you see him doing strange movies, like what was that movie with the guns strapped to his hands?
Oh, stuff like Guns Akimbo and Swiss
Guns
Army Man.
Swiss Army Man there and stuff like so he really goes outside the box a lot of stuff. And then he was great as Weird Al Yankovic there in that biopic. That was really funny. That Roku movie there.
I was kinda
Um
I was a little bit sad that they didn't let Radcliffe sing any of the Weird Al songs.
yeah, so he's yeah, talented guy
Mhm,
there. And so like I said, if you have both those things, both those groups of people mad, like who is this really gonna for? And I kind of agree with you. I don't think that this is really gonna maybe make it. I don't think it's gonna be able to finish
mhm,
all the books. This series, I don't think is gonna last that
mhm,
long to finish. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people go like, man, fuck it. I love Harry Potter. I'm gonna watch it anyway
mhm.
because I love Harry Potter there. Maybe that will outweigh it. People who go like that, but yeah. Um, because even the people who are racist and mad about Black Snape, they're gonna watch it anyway just to complain.
Oh,
They
yeah,
gonna watch
of
the shit,
course.
you know what I mean? Just to pick it apart and watch the shit anyway. You're gonna do that. And people who want to hate watch it just to go like, oh, I want to sit here and complain about it. They're gonna do that as well there. So that might keep it alive for all those years. Like Rings of Power is still going. It's on season what 3 or 4 now. It's gonna be 3 or 4
Wait, that
now
didn't get
because
canceled already? I thought that got
now
canceled.
Rings of Power got canceled. I don't think so.
Huh,
Um, yeah, I don't think it got canceled. Correct me if I'm wrong. Look that up real quick. I don't know.
uh,
Yeah. Hunter says all I say is leave these fucking kids alone. Keep the hate where it belongs. But to Nick's point, this is beyond the 8 ball already. I think the girl has maybe gotten some hate already. The
mhm,
girl plays Hermione. I think she's maybe gotten some. I know the actor who's playing Snape, Papa Asidu, there has said that he has received death threats
mhm.
and things like that over him playing Snape there. And I believe it because people are fucking crazy. And people, you know what I mean, are very
Yeah,
protective over this type of stuff and, very weird about this type of shit. So I believe it for that reason. And people get death threats all the time for just the smallest shit. And everything like that. So they were talking about that
mhm,
and everything. So yeah. I mean, I think there shouldn't be a Black Snape because all the things I mentioned because of the history of the Snape
mhm.
character. I mean, how's it going to look that he's trying to chase this white woman? This white woman curves him, and then all of a sudden he turns into some type of like, how the fuck is that going to look, man? Like this is going to look fucking weird. It's going to look strange. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's other characters maybe you could have maybe done that with that would have been better,
Mhm.
that you kind of could have put in there. But yeah, that is just kind of, I think that the optics on that are gonna look really fucking weird.
Yeah,
Like, you know,
it's weird optics, and it's like adding different layers to material that didn't really need to be there.
uh,
Because the character Snape, he is by nature just kind of an incel, and just got a guy who never got over the first girl that said hi and was nice to him. And
yeah.
now you're adding this whole like racism element with how Harry's dad bullied him in school, which oof.
Hunter says, I should have played Snape. I should have played that. I don't think my British accent's that good, man. I don't think so. Yeah. Pip pip cheerio. I don't think it's that really that good, man.
Yeah,
Hunter also says,
mine is terrible. And
uh,
yep, yeah, and Hunter's got a good point here. He just commented some IPs these studios are too proud to cancel, which I mean, they canceled the Fantastic Beasts movies after like the third bomb.
yeah, after eventually they just said done. And I mean, the game did really well. That whole Hogwarts Legacy
Mhm.
game did really well. Even people were like, hey, let's boycott it and let's show these people, you know what I mean? Let's end the Harry Potter brand.
Yeah, but then the game came out and it was like, shit, this game's kind of fucking fun.
Yeah, people like that game, so it did really well there. I haven't played it myself,
Mhm.
not because I was necessarily boycotting or anything. I don't know. I'm just not going to play it. Seems kind of a big game there. Have you played this?
No, I haven't. I've only like watched a couple let's plays of it.
Okay, gotcha. But yeah, so people, this was a smash hit. I mean, this was pretty big there. But this is also a different experience than seeing a show
Mhm,
that of something you've already seen before, pretty much adapted into live action. You know what I
mhm,
mean? This is a more immersive, like, hey, video game experience of this whole Wizarding World. Something. I mean, there had been Harry Potter games before, but
mhm,
nothing like kind of to the scale before. I don't think there with Hogwarts Legacy. So yeah. Yeah, so that was our thoughts on Harry Potter and
mhm,
the Philosopher's Stone there, TV series there. And there's some interesting things you could do in the whole wizarding world, like some
mhm,
interesting kind of places you could go. But the problem with Fantastic Beasts was that it was just like, okay, you're almost doing the Harry Potter story over again. Like there's a new
mhm.
Voldemort,
Yeah,
Dumbledore's in it.
you're
Uh,
doing the Harry Potter story again, but focusing on the least interesting character.
yeah.
It, it would be it'd be like remaking Harry Potter, but telling it from the point of view of like pick a background actor.
Like who's that one black kid? The one that was the announcer, like him or somebody. Yeah. Yeah, so it's some interesting stuff you could do with it. I think they just haven't. They're just kind of going like, oh, let's just recycle the stuff everybody already knows already. And I guess, it's the interesting conversation with any new Harry Potter stuff comes up because J.K. Rowling is not like H.P. Lovecraft. She's not dead.
Mm,
So it's kind of like all this interesting discussion of art versus artist, and can you consume the art and then hate the artist, and all those conversations are always going to come up anytime there's any new Harry Potter thing that happens there.
mhm.
And then Hunter said, to be fair, Nick, they didn't have Harry Potter in the title there with that. So I don't
They
know.
had
People,
everything but.
yeah. And they didn't even go all the way. Like, they half went on the whole gay love story, Dumbledore and Grindelwald and all this
They
other stuff. It's like, man,
fence sat the fuck out of that, and it was just bland and boring.
yeah, like, oh well, he was just a roommate of 10 years. We were good roommates together. It's like, man, if you ain't showing them fucking, I mean, what's the point of this? Come on, man. So yeah, that was our thoughts on that trailer there. Um, Hunter says Snape isn't even back. J.K. Rowling will say a Trumper used a Patreons to leave the a Patronus. Oh, I'm sorry, to leave the black experience, to live the black experience there. That was also the weird thing in the Fantastic Beasts. They introduced magical rape. I was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, this is weird. You remember that? It was like
I completely blanked out most of the fucking details of those movies.
there was like Zoe Kravitz character. They were explaining how like she came to be, and then they give her backstory, and then like there was a whole backstory, like her mother got a spell put on her to sleep with the dude or something. And I was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, this is weird as fuck. Yeah, watch that. I think it was the movie with Zoe Kravitz was in. It was that one.
Hmm.
That was weird. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Oh god.
But yeah. So Let's move on to another trailer right here. This is going to be for Moana. Moana, this is the live action version of Moana. We had the animated movie that came out in 2016. So 10 years there. They're like, hey, nostalgia, baby. Let's
instead of all CG characters, let's do like 2 or 3 actual actors and put everything around them as CG.
Yeah. This is another trailer I have not seen yet. But let's check it out here.
I haven't had the stomach to watch this trailer either.
All right, let's get into it. Moana.
Okay, let's do this.
I know a girl from an island. She stands apart from the crowd.
Ooh, the pig looks bad too. Jeez.
She loves the sea and her people. She makes her whole family proud.
It seems like that dude should have just been Moana. It's like, I mean, maybe I know he's playing
that dude should have just been Maui.
Yeah, Maui. I'm sorry. Yeah, he should have just been Maui there. Yeah, like I don't know.
Moana, listen. Do you know who you are?
The stories are true.
The story has just begun. Beyond our reef, an evil darkness has found us. Moana, the ocean chose you. Find Maui. Restore the heart of Te Fiti and save us all.
Maui, demigod.
So you got that kind of going on. You already laughing. So you got The Rock,
the wig,
who's reprising his role there as Maui there, who did the voice for the role there. This looks, I mean, the hair looks really bad, man. I mean, like it looks like some Party City type fucking wig. It didn't even look like they tried to attempt to even kind of make it look like it could be his hair. It's not even like, okay, we've seen actors who were bald and then you see them with hair in movies and it's like, oh, okay, that looks convincing. But here it just looks like, I mean, it looks like somebody compared it to when John Cena was in the Barbie movie. And like kind of like when he was the mermaid and shit like that, like how that's how he kind of looked a little bit. Even that was, I think, kind of better than
that looked better. This looks like they raided the Tyler Perry wig shop.
I mean, yeah, this looks really bad, man. You know, oh yeah, even Hunter said, yeah, those shit Disney using Tyler Perry wigs now. Yeah, I mean, obviously he doesn't physically even look like the character because you look at Maui in the cartoon, he doesn't even physically look like him there. Because Maui's like a big guy, you know what I mean? Like you could tell, like this is how he's supposed to look right here.
Maui's thick.
Like he's thick there, you know, he's a thick kind of guy there, thick boy. For sure there. And Hunter said Maui doesn't use steroids. And somebody pointed out maybe they should have got the guy from Shazam who was the adoptive dad. Now I don't know his ethnicity. I don't know his exact. I don't know if
I don't know if he's Polynesian, but he just looks the part.
And let me see if I can pull him up there. But he does look a little bit like the part there, and he looks like a very kind of. I mean, he was kind of a jolly kind of guy in that movie there. And he was a very good guy there in it. So this is the actor right here. If people don't know, let me reload my page here. Who was the adoptive dad in Shazam there with it. So very good there. So yeah, this is kind of how he looks. Yeah, I mean, just from looking, he does look more like Maui than The Rock. If they were going for that there. And I thought he did really well in Shazam as the adoptive dad too there. And it was a case of adoptive parents not being pieces of shit. So
he's not the stepdad. He's the dad that stepped up.
Yeah, so good on him there. And it says here, Cooper Andrews is his name there.
Yeah, he's an actor. I really wish if Disney had any balls or any sense of like creativity, they would have gone a different direction. But nope, The Rock wants money.
Okay, so it says here that his father is Samoan and his mother is Hungarian Jewish descent. Okay, so he's got so he can maybe do it there. Yeah. So let's continue with this trailer. There, compose yourself, Nick. There, laughing at The Rock. There,
I'm composed. I'm calm, motherfucker.
Save us all.
Maui, demigod of the wind and sea.
Hero of men. So it goes like this. Maui, shapeshifter, demigod of the wind and sea, hero of men. Ah, women.
The background also looks really bad too. It's like,
Yeah, this looks
I
like
mean,
this looks like a damn T-Mobile commercial.
yeah, I saw somebody saying, yeah, like the background looks terrible, like that. And I don't mean, listen, I don't mean to rag on this. It's just like, come on, man. I mean, it doesn't look like that much effort was put into this. And it's like, I think they filmed this within like a few months or something like that.
Yeah, they
like,
filmed this within a few months on a fucking like back lot in Atlanta. Which, why bother remaking Moana at all if you're not gonna like shoot on locations, shoot on the fucking islands that you're so proud to like represent?
Looks like Moana Quantumanium there. And I mean, some movies can be great. I mean, I think when we did a review of The Godfather, I looked it up. So it's like Godfather was made in 72 days. So I mean, hey, there can be great stuff that can be made in not that long of time, I think. But this looks kind of rough.
Women too, men and women.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Secret light of the night in the sea, she calls me.
I need your help.
I'm not going on a mission with some mortal.
It seems like even when he has less energy than when he's in the voice booth and doing the role of Maui. Like he's got just kind of less energy here. It seems like.
People won't survive if we don't make it. The ocean chose me for a reason. And it chose you too.
Listen, princess, if you're gonna do this, you gotta go through a whole ocean of bad.
I'm not a princess. I'm the daughter of the chief, leader of my people.
Are you ready to be the hero?
Let's go save the world.
I got your back.
Okay.
What? Is there something in my teeth?
Yeah, I'm dead inside. I got nothing for it.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I mean, it doesn't have any of the spark or beauty of the animated movie there. It's not as vibrant or colorful as the animated movie. And Moana, I'm not like it's not my favorite Disney movie ever, but I like it. I think it's enjoyable.
Yeah, it's fine. It's solid. My niece and nephew love it. And it's one of the few I'd take this over rewatching the fucking Minecraft movie any day of the week with my niece and nephew.
Yeah, and it's the same thing with all these Disney live action remakes. I even said, I mean, before this movie comes out, like, what's the point of reviewing it? I might as well just take my review of Lilo and Stitch and just edit in Moana, and then it'll be the same shit that applies to that is the same shit that's going to apply to Moana live action. They're doing the same scenes, they're doing the same songs. With these live action remakes, they don't even make a new script. They just copy the same script as the fucking animated movie. So it's like, I mean, what is that?
Yeah. You're gonna waste my time. If you're gonna fucking phone it in and not put any effort into energy, neither am I.
And it's a kind of a slap in the face there of the people who worked on the animated movie there. I think is it the same director of the animated movie there?
I don't think so. Hold up.
No, it's not. It's not the same director there because they've done that before. Sometimes other live action remakes have done that. I know they did that with.
Well, the biggest one was How to Train Your Dragons, and that was at least like watchable. It was completely soulless and creatively bankrupt, but it wasn't. I still felt a lot of the same things I felt watching the animated movie, just like less.
Hunter, he's already got my review already here. Let me see. I can't pull it up for some reason. But he says, how will Josh find a way to give it a stream it or tune in there? So he said that. Yeah, he's already got my rating already pinned down there with that. Yeah. And like I said, Dwayne Johnson physically does not match the role of Maui. I mean, physically doesn't match it. So that's all.
What happened? He realized he wasn't gonna get that fucking Oscar for the Smashing Machine and is back to phoning it in.
How do you like the girl who's playing Moana there?
Look, I'm sure the young woman who's playing Moana, the actress is Catherine Lagaya. Lagaya. I'm sure she's a very talented actress. I'm sure that she will be great in other things. But I'm not feeling any energy in the performance in the like clips that we're seeing in the trailer. I'm not feeling it even in the song that the little bits of the songs that we're getting in the trailer. I'm feeling nothing.
Mm. So I think she's an actress there. She's the daughter of somebody who's an actor and singer there. So she is that there. Oh, it's okay. I know this dude. This is the guy from Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith there.
Okay.
It's that guy there. I think he was a stormtrooper, I want to say. I think this guy. There. Oh, he was Captain Typho. Oh, in Star Wars. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I remember that guy from Star Wars. Interesting. So yeah, I mean, good for her. I mean, she's getting some work. This is a big role, obviously, there for her. I know the actress, the voice actress there. I mean, she did such a great job, an amazing job with that songs that it'd be tough to follow that. But yeah, and it's tough to obviously this being your first movie to have such all these special effects and all that stuff kind of going on and to try to react to that. And it seems like it's just basically her and The Rock on a soundstage, and that's it. And green screen, you're not really much other environmental things
You
kind
have
of going
nothing to interact with. You have nothing to play off of, and you have a complete block of wood and Dwayne Johnson that you have nothing to play off of either.
Yeah, so that's another thing there. So just I mean, it's gonna be the same thing. Watch the animated movie. If you haven't seen the animated movie, just go watch the animated movie, man. And just don't watch the sequel. The sequel is not as good, but
yeah, the sequel sucks.
But just watch the first one. The first one's all right there. That's kind of fine there. But like all these live action remakes, it makes me go like, oh, maybe I want to check out the first one again. Maybe I want to see 26, rewatch it again there to kind of enjoy it there with that. So yeah, so look at this, man. This is like compared to the live, this got sauce,
like,
man.
Color.
Yeah,
energy.
That's what's going on. So this is kind of bad there. So that was our thoughts there. Moana 2026 there. Roast more Dwayne Johnson as Maui there. I love the memes. Put some memes and everything like that. All right.